Welcome to the Ballroom Dance channel. We are a worldwide community of ballroom dancers who meet here every day to chat all things ballroom dance. I've shared in previous videos how the burden of learning a ballroom in Latin falls heavily on the lead shoulders in those initial years learning to dance. Why is this? Well, he has to initiate every single figure. So the lead is a proactive, I'm gonna do this, I gotta do this and this and this with my body. And the follow has the opportunity just to respond. And because her hands tend to be on top, she also has the opportunity to pretty much just hang on the dude and be led around. Leads can't do that to the follow unless they're dancing with an extremely experienced pro lady. He also has to manage the floor craft. So in my experience, many years teaching, the follows are a bit clueless. Even really experienced ones often don't know which figure can go after which figure. So they finish a double reverse and they're like, okay, what do I do next? Blank stare. And the lead has to think like 3 figures back. Okay, well, I see people on the floor there. I'm gonna do a double reverse as a reverse turning figure. I have to initiate the next figure on my left foot, all the while navigating a busy floor. So that is a huge amount of work. Well, honestly, guys, the lead has an emotional burden as well from my observation over the years, and I've seen it with my own students. I've also seen it in letters that you've sent. I'm gonna share one of the stories today, but truth be told, I've received essentially this exact same cookie cutter story from 5 different letters that have come in from different men. Here goes. Hi, Sonny. It seems to me that the burden for success is on the man's shoulders, especially in his mind. Growing up in a challenging home, I think this forces the boys, hence future men, to be the family hero. Perfection becomes a survival mechanism to get a sense of control, conflict avoidance, and to earn external validation. It cultivates this I can fix it mentality, super applicable on that dance floor. An illusion of control, also applicable to the dance floor. Approval seeking. Self-worth becomes tied to external achievement. Hello, being popular at the social dances and winning the comps. In your grades, in your career, and of course, like the dancing. And frankly, guys, I have experienced this as a lady myself. Probably depends a lot on your background. I do think this adversely affects men because you've got the functional aspect and then the emotional aspect, especially in American society. If I'm the man, I'm in charge, I need to handle all the problems. And that's not the reality in the dance world, especially when you get to high levels of competition. But frankly, ladies, you ain't helping the problem because I have seen some of you blame the man for being a poor lead. When you couldn't dance your way out of a paper bag, you're hanging on him. You don't know which figure comes next. You don't know what's going on the floor behind you. So I would say, first of all, follows, back off. And leads, for Pete's sake, go easy on yourself. Dance sport is truly an egalitarian sport. It's generally a lead and a follow dancing together as a duo. I do know there's exceptions in the solo dance, but you guys know what I'm saying. 99.999% of that social dance floor in the dance sport world is a lead and a follow, and we gotta be 50-50. Follows co-piloting, lead is piloting, occasionally as follow, especially as a pro lady, if I'm doing prom. I'm pretty much taking over as pilot a lot of the time, and that's my job. And I do that socially as well. If I'm a good follow, I'm a helpmate. I'm going to give that lead all the tools I can to make him or her look their best. So this brought to mind a book I read that I love that I think is really applicable to ballroom dance and that leads mentality in the dance world and the type of person that dance sport and social dance attract. And this last letter I read refreshed my memory of a book called The Millionaire Next Door. Great book. And it studies over 1,000 millionaires and what separates them, what makes them different from normal people. And it's the same kind of personality trait I pretty reliably see in leads in the dance sport world. And it just indicates what attracts these certain personality and the person who puts all the burden on their own shoulders into dance sport and social dance. So what they found was, first of all, the vast majority of these millionaires were not born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They came from very modest means. So they're used to working hard to do better. This is another aspect that relates very closely to this letter that I shared today, as well as the other letters that I referenced. Usually they're the black sheep of the family. And I can share this from my own experience. My own dad was considered the black sheep of the family, the only child of four that his parents refused to pay for his college education. His dad told him it's a waste of my money. And granted, my dad was a little bit of a naughty pants in his youth, but you know what? He did end up sending himself to college. And he became exponentially more successful in his personal life and his career and his finances than any of those siblings that were born with that spoon in their mouth. So yeah, he was a worker bear and totally, I am responsible, I am the man, I'm going to make this happen. And that's certainly what I see in the dance sport world. Next up, they're used to shouldering criticism. Hello, dance sport and social dance. And related to coming from modest means, guys, they learn through their hard work and becoming that millionaire that hard work pays off. Financial discipline pays off. You don't need to be the darling of the family to end up on the top. And certainly in the dance sport world, you got to go up the ranks and take a beating. We're like one of those blow up dolls where you're like punch and it comes back punch. Punch, and you gotta take a licking and keep on ticking. And so I see a lot of similarities there. And I do feel so bad for the leads when they start out because that job is a lot harder. So once again, ladies, just show a lot of grace there when you're following because it's a tough nut to crack. And leads, the burden of success in dance sport is actually not on you. It's 50-50. It's something like track or shot put or something. Yeah, that burden's on you. So anyway, I look forward to seeing you first thing tomorrow morning for some more things ballroom dance. Have a wonderful, happy dancing day, guys. Doodles.